Yo, whoa, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive, bringing you guys a brand new video today. Today we're going to be talking about Pokemon Sword and Shield, the brand new Pokemon titles that were just revealed today. And if you guys don't know me or my channel, I love shiny Pokemon. Shiny Pokemon are one of the main things I do for Pokemon. I've hunted over 600 shinies in my lifetime across all 7 generations, and I'm very excited for what's to come here in Generation 8 in the Galar region with 3 brand new Pokemon that have been revealed today for Pokemon Sword and Shield. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about potential shiny forms for these 3 starters and talk about some of the different color palettes that we might see moving forward for these awesome Pokemon. Now, I'm curious kind of what your thoughts are going to be on these palette swaps that I did, and I'm also curious what starter you like the most. So let me know in the comment section below, which team are you? Are you Team Sobble, Grookey, or Scorbunny? You can let me know in the comment section below. And if you have a better shiny idea than what I present in this video, you can let me know that as well. But otherwise, hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and without further ado, let's jump into things. Here we have our 3 starter Pokemon. We have a new water type, a grass type, and a fire type, and without seeing their evolutions, we know that these are singularity types, and they may evolve into something else. I can see Sobble potentially evolving into maybe a dragon type, or even a ghost type, or maybe a poison type, based on what we saw from the trailer. It was kind of invisible in the water, which was very interesting. Perhaps it has some sort of kind of secret when it evolves, but definitely a lot of possibilities there. Our little Grookey friend, which is a little monkey, did something really interesting. It was able to take that stick off of its head and bang it on a rock and actually make the grass grow back from Scorbunny's kind of fire footprints. So perhaps it has some sort of healing properties in terms of what Grookey can do. It looks like it could potentially evolve into something different. Maybe ground, maybe rock, maybe fighting. I don't know. I mean, I don't see dark type. He's too happy to be a dark type in my opinion, but perhaps Grookey will kind of have a big glow up there. I hope he doesn't, I don't know. Will he be like a big bulky gorilla? Will he be like kind of thin and small? I don't know, but it's very interesting. And then Scorbunny, I think, has a lot of potential. Very interesting to see that it's got the little band-aid on its nose. I think that's what that is. Reminds me of the fighting type gym leader from, I think it was Gen 5, if I'm not mistaken. I hope it doesn't turn to be firefighting, because that would be just a massive disappointment. But definitely a pretty cool design. I would say Sobble is my favorite of the 3. I think that from what I've seen, the favorite is probably Scorbunny, but it seems like it's pretty torn, 40% or so between everything. So very cool stuff there. Let's talk about some shiny forms and let's jump into things. So here we've got Grookey, and I've devised 4 different shiny forms that I thought looked pretty cool. A little out there, but still pretty cool. So the first one is kind of a lighter green, kind of like a neonish green, have some yellow to it. I thought that would be kind of cool. Kind of reminds me of what Rowlet's shiny form looks like in terms of the first design that I created. The second design was kind of more based on what Chespin looks like, which is kind of Chespin's green turns to like a darker brownish color, and the browns turn to more like reds. So I thought that was kind of a cool approach there. And then I went with 2 more abstract designs because it's really hard to kind of determine what Grookey is going to look like when it gets its shiny form. But I came up with a couple different like purpley kind of darker kind of vibes in case it does go a different route with its evolutionary line and ends up being totally different. But I really like kind of the third one there, which is like the dark purple one, and then there's like a lighter purple design that I came up with. And I looked at a lot of different color swaps for this. I kind of played around in Photoshop and came up with a couple different ideas in terms of how the hues could be shifted on these Pokemon. And when it came to Grookey, I would say this is actually the hardest one to kind of make a design for, because again, its color is it's like lots of kind of like fallish type colors with greens and oranges and browns, and those translate very strangely. So I didn't really feel like a blue looked good, but I would say if I had to pick one that I thought was most likely to actually be real, it would be probably the first one, which is very similar to Rowlet's color, or the second one, which is very similar to what I look at in terms of shiny Chespin. The other 2 were kind of flyers. I just thought it would be cool to kind of look at Grookey in a totally different way, which should be like a purple type look or like a darker kind of vibe, like almost like a ghost type in a way. Probably not going to go that route, but I think one of the first 2 is definitely a possibility. You could also have one of those instances where it goes completely, you know, 180 and ends up looking like completely blacked out, like a Haxorus type of deal. But I think because of the way the colors are set up, you have to also remember that some of those features have to be defined. Like a Pokemon like Haxorus or Surskit or Greninja have very few colors in terms of the main part of its body, so it's easy to kind of be able to have those big drastic color swaps there for that. Let's look at the next one though. This is Scorbunny, and this was probably the easiest of the ones to kind of decide, because I love these. These 4 I think are probably the best ones. So the first one is this light blue, and I love this color blue on shinies. I think of Fracture as one that really stands out to me, but just seeing kind of the ears change, seeing the feet change, the eyes and the nose all kind of shifting to like a bluish color, I think would be incredible. So I would love to see that with Scorbunny primarily. I also played around with kind of a yellowish orangey color, which I think could make a lot of sense. And then I have a red, like a deeper red, which I think actually would really look cool. You think of things like, I guess, Combustion and Blaziken kind of shift from orange to like a darker color, so that kind of could work there. And then I kind of went in left field with the purple, because I love purple. Went out in left field with purple. And again, with Final Evolution, some of these might make a little bit more sense and maybe be a little bit more applicable. I love the blue one though, personally. I think that shiny blue Scorbunny would be incredible. I think the red one is probably the most realistic, and honestly, that's a really simple color shift, going from these like kind of orangey, kind of light brown, same kind of deal, shifting to like a really vibrant red. I think would look awesome for a Pokemon like Scorbunny, especially being a fire type. Normally I like shinies to be pretty drastically different, but in this case, you can make some really simple shifts in terms of just the hue and make them look a lot cooler. I love the blue one personally, man. Like I can't get over that, but to me, the other two, the purple one I think is probably a little out there, but the yellow and the dark red look really, really good for Scorbunny. And seeing Scorbunny as the blue, as a shiny, that gets me hyped up to be like, oh my god, I want that thing. So I really want to see the blue one personally, but you guys can let me know in the comments. And now Sobble. This one I think was actually, Scorbunny was really easy to decide colors. This one was a little easier too, because a lot of water types follow a very similar trend when it comes to shinies. They're either like purple or pink, like most of the time. Like we think of Mudkip, for example, a great example. I used two of these are actually kind of designed off Mudkip. One is kind of based off of Shelder, and then the other one's kind of based off of Horsey in terms of their shinies. But looking at what Sobble is, it is got some different blues, got some kind of yellow on its little fin. So the first design is purple, kind of like I said, inspired from, if you think of like Mudkip, which is, I guess, pink / purple. You know, I feel like that color looks so different depending on kind of what platform you're looking on. The fourth one is pink, so I kind of think of Whalmer, stuff like that, maybe even Sharpedo. Some of these Pokemon are very kind of, sometimes they look pink, sometimes they look purple. It's kind of hard to tell which one's which. I like the orange though. I'm a big Shelder fan. I think Shelder's shiny looks incredible. So going the orange route had to be, it was a no-brainer, man. I just think that looks really, really cool. And as I mentioned, kind of going like a more teal, aquamarine kind of blue vibe to kind of keep the blue theme going for Sobble, but also shift it ever so slightly. And I think that kind of teal aquamarine look is really, really cool for Sobble. So if I had to pick one of these, I would probably pick the aquamarine one, which would be, I guess, number 2 if you go 1, 2, 3, 4. I would say that one would probably be my pick. I think the most likely one would probably be the pink one, maybe? I don't know, it's kind of hard to say. Sometimes shinies have very drastic shifts and sometimes they have very subtle shifts, so it's always very difficult to tell which one's gonna be which. But if I had to pick one of them, I would probably say the top right one, which is like the aquamarine one. I think that looks really cool, but you can let me know in the comment section below. So going back to Scorbunny, I definitely love the blue. I think the blue one is just a no-brainer. I'm a big fan of that, and I really hope that that is definitely going to be the case in Pokemon Sword and Shield. And then if we look back at Grookey, this was definitely the hardest one, but I could see kind of that slight shift like Rowlet had, or like the shift like Chespin had, to give it kind of a subtle, different form. But definitely some really cool stuff, and I'm so excited to kind of see what's going to come of these starter Pokemon. The big thing for me, though, is what are they going to evolve into? First and foremost, what is their final typing gonna be? Because I really want to see these designs, and I also want to know, like, what is our opportunity to get a shiny starter in these games? Because in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, the soft reset is an absolute nightmare. Like, it takes about a minute plus to do a reset, and if there's a cutscene for this, it would just be a nightmare. So please, 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 Game Freak, give us an opportunity to shiny hunt these starters. Do not let us down. Shiny hunting is such a huge part of these Pokemon games and such a huge part of the community. Please do not let us down. Give us the opportunity to shiny hunt these starters and make it happen. And I'm so excited, guys. Let me know in the comment section below which starter you are most excited for, and if you look at the different shiny forms that I created, which one do you like the most? And then ultimately, if there was something that you think I missed, like a cool shiny based on something else, maybe Grookey ends up being pink, kind of like a Heracross or something, let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts are. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Scorbunny, I want it to be blue. Please, Scorbunny, go blue for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I gotta look at Sobble one more time. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Dan. I also go by aDrive, and I'm so hyped for Pokemon Sword and Shield. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.